I decide that it is finally time for my final team member to join the squad. I figured I wanted the best I could get and eventually settled on the legendary Zygarde. Zygarde cells are spread all around the region, and if I collect them, I can create a Zygarde construct for my team. Eventually, I'll get the whole thing, but for now, with 10% of the Zygarde cells, I added Sirius the Zygarde to the team. Anyhow, I figured it was a good idea to head towards the city nearest to the Ruins of Void, which is Dahara City, and along the way I stumble upon Dealer and Professor Log. The professor tells me I should visit Jax in Dahara town to learn about the Ruins of Void. I also stumble upon a Marlin cutscene. He laments about his failure but actually self-reflects and realizes that the Shadows have taken extreme measures to achieve their goals and decides he wants to be with his children instead. However, out of nowhere, the grunt in possession of Hoopa just disintegrates Marlin from thin air. What? This grunt in question seems to imply that through the means of technology, Marlin has been sent to a pocket dimension of sorts. I mean, at least he isn't dead. The grunt forces Hoopa to summon a different Zapdos from somewhere else, which Hoopa succeeded in, but it had hiccups along the way, summoning a random bag on its very first try. It seems the grunt in possession of Hoopa, while working with the Shadows, plans to betray them later on in order to achieve his own goals. As he and Hoopa portal off, I decide to check what's in the bag. Cosmog? What? Okay. So apparently we just get handed a Cosmog. I mean, I'll take it, but can't say I expected it. It's been a weird run of events, but on the bright side, my Golbat evolved into a Crobat. I meet Jax outside the Dahara game corner where he tells me I need the gym badge to use Surf, which honestly pissed me off, but Hoopa came in clutch by portaling Jax and I straight to the entrance of the Ruins of Void. Jax tries to do his hero thing but ends up failing, leaving a Staraptor critically injured and unattended. Guess who has to clean up his mess? I navigate my way through the Ruins of Void where I have to prove myself to this mythical clay doll. I had to beat all 3 legendary beasts to prove myself, which is really random, but finally I catch up to the Shadows. I was too late, however, as the summoning had already begun. As Zeph, the leader of the Shadows, releases the Dark Power, nothing happens. And then Aklov steps up. Aklov is actually Hoopa's trainer, and well, he infiltrated the Shadows, giving them information about the prison bottle and the Dark Power, but conveniently left out one key detail. The vessel needed to house the Dark Power, Hoopa itself. In fact, Hoopa knew that Aklov wanted to summon the Dark Power, which is why it has been portaling me to its location and helping me out because it prefers me as its trainer for an unforeseen reason. Aklov then finishes the summoning, unleashing Hoopa Unbound. He claims he's the descendant of the King of Kalos and simply wants to win the war by using Hoopa to fire the ultimate weapon and destroy Boreas. He asks Hoopa to summon the legendary Pokemon Ho-Oh and Lugia to try and stop me, but when that failed, he threatened my mother, which forced me to stand down and be absorbed by his cube and go out the very same way Marlin did.